Namaste, and welcome to a practice dedicated to your personal moon cycle. So this is a great way to flow when you are having your period. Our period time corresponds to the full moon time. So during the cycle that preceded it, we had so many experiences, interactions, we took on a lot of information, and our cup is full, our moon is full, and now it's the time to release what is not serving a purpose, what is not helping us in our path to evolution. So we're gonna give ourselves that time and that space on the yoga mat to move mindfully, allowing anything that needs to be digested, and releasing what is ready to be released. Let's begin lying down on the floor. So come onto your back and begin by hugging the knees into chest, observing the breath as you adjust the shoulder blades down the back, scapula flat on the floor, and just allow the softening of the back muscles to relax into the floor. Watching air coming in and out of the nose, becoming aware of your breath cycle right now. What is it like? How full is your breath right now? How long? Notice how the inhalations allow for expansion. You breathe in what you need. And after that fullness, the apex of the inhalation, you start to release, you start to let go, getting rid of anything that is not supporting you, not serving you any longer, any negativity, toxicity, any stagnant energy. And as you inhale again, allow for the fullness to take place. Just let it happen, let the expansion take place. And exhale, softening, releasing, trusting. Now place your hands on your knees, and as you breathe in, move them away from chest. Allow the belly ribcage to expand. Breathe out, bring knees towards chest, contracting the low belly just slightly. Inhale, knees away from chest, belly rises, ribs expand. Exhale, contracting low belly, soften ribs, chest, shoulders. Again, inhale, moving the knees forward. There's room for belly to rise. And exhale, contraction of the low belly as you hug in the knees. This time, inhale to stretch your legs up towards ceiling and raise the arms overhead, flexing your feet. On the exhale, bend your knees, lower the feet down and the arms down by the waist, all the way to the floor. Press the feet into the ground and inhale, lift your hips up, starting from the tailbone, peeling the spine off the floor, come up onto the shoulders. Exhale, lower down the upper back, hips come down last, draw the knees into chest, so long breaths. Inhale. Knees forward away from chest, belly rises. Exhale, contraction of the low belly, draw the knees in. Extension of the legs. Inhale, press the heels skyward and raise your arms by the head, touching the floor. You can bend the elbows as you like. Exhale, bend your knees, lower the arms by the waist and feet to floor. Into bridge we go. Inhale, peel the spine from the tailbone up. Come up onto the shoulders, off the floor. Exhale, lower down the upper back. Hips down last, knees into chest. 2 more cycles. Inhale, knees forward. Exhale, draw the knees back, contraction of the low belly. Inhale, straighten the legs up, arms lift by the head, flex the feet, inner rotation in the legs. Exhale, bend your knees, arms down, feet to floor. Bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Inhale, pelvis high up. Exhale, lower down the upper spine, hips to the floor, knees into chest. Last one. Inhale, knees forward. Exhale, draw them back. Extension of the legs. Inhale, raise the arms by the head. Big toes close together. Exhale, bend the knees, lower the arms and feet down. Bridge pose. Inhale, lift the pubic bone to sky, opening the front of the body, chest area. Exhale, lower down everything, hugging the knees into chest. With the hands on the knees, move them wide apart and back together in circles. Freeing up the hip joints, which helps to release tension in the low back. How much freedom can you find in this movement? How much space can you invite in? Releasing rigidity, tightness, stagnation. Go in the opposite direction. So we're going to work with the hips a bit today in this practice because, well, Svanasana chakra, the second chakra, is the energy center that regulates all the reproductive system, including menstruation, of course. And it's located in the area of the pelvic floor. And this second chakra governs the hips, the low back. So let's pause with the knees wide for a moment. A gentle stretch for the groin. You can keep the arms straight so the sacrum feels very heavy onto the floor and there's a sense of decompression for the spine. The skull is resting heavily onto the ground and so is the pelvis. And we allow natural curves to be present, space between the vertebral discs. Or getting more spacious in the discs, space between the vertebrae themselves. Take one more breath. Then bring your feet to floor as wide as mat, knees point up. Reach your arms skyward and hold on to the elbows. Take a breath in center. The elbows will stay in line with the shoulders. On the exhale, point your knees right and your elbows left. Back to center, inhaling. Exhale, knees left and elbows right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees right, elbows left. Inhale, center. Knees point left, exhale, elbows right. Inhale up, couple more. Exhale, twist, moving fluidly. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale up, last cycle, exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale back to center and arms by the head as you exhale, hugging the knees once again. Lengthen through the low back and then cross the right thigh over the left, like you're sitting on a chair, or if you know Garuda Asana, it's very similar to Garudasana, what we're doing here now, lying on the back, the legs of Garudasana first. So you can simply keep your feet free like this, or you can wrap your right foot behind the left calf. Only take this version if it feels okay on your joints, of course. And then we're going to end the arms of Garudasana as well. Reach your arms skyward once again and cross the left upper arm on top of the right, opposite from the leg that is on top. Bend the elbows, touch palms. Your right outer thumb can rest on your forehead. And you breathe mindfully here. Keeping the sacrum resting heavily on the floor. Chin slightly down into chest, shoulders away from ears. And just hold Garudasana. Stretching the hips while lengthening the back, stretching the shoulders. Ego pose. Ego that flies so high up in the sky and has this clear vision of what is happening, what's going on earth when it looks from that high up place. It looks down and can see everything making sense, all the dots connecting. So taking a moment here in this heightened time of the month to harness your power for clear vision, for intuition, insight. Connect to what's here for you right now. With this very gentle pressure of the hand into the forehead, connecting to third eye center, Ajna chakra. Breathe in light, clarity. And breathe out any confusion, any doubt, any misperception. We're gently releasing the arms and the legs of Garuda. You can open the arms wide and extend the legs up for a moment. Circle the ankles, move all your toes. Feel the little bones, little joints in your feet, in your toes. Go both ways with the circles. And then shake off your legs. Shake it off. Great. Pause and just feel any sensations in your legs, maybe some tingling, vibration. Just observe. And then bend the knees and cross the left leg over. And you can draw the knees towards chest to help lengthen the low back while maintaining the pelvis heavy. And if you like to wrap left foot behind the right calf. And then we add the arms, lifting them up to begin, crossing now the right upper arm on top, bend the elbows, touch palms. A variation here, if you can't bind like this and have the hands together, you could have your hands on your shoulders too. So if the hands are together, the left outer thumb is resting on your forehead, connecting to Ajna chakra. Maintain the neck long, chin slightly into chest and shoulders relaxed as you hold Garudasana, lying version, which helps to relax the back as you open the hips and the shoulders, areas that tend to get tight at this time of the month. So releasing unnecessary tension, stress accumulated. Soften the face, tongue, lips, mouth, jaw. Let the forehead be smooth. As you take a couple more breaths here in Garudasana, inviting that clear vision of the ego. And then releasing the hands and the arms can open wide. Let the legs straighten up, skyward. Keeping a soft bend in the knees is totally fine. Just notice how your legs feel, the hips, the back. Bending the knees, let's roll over to one side and come up onto all fours, hands and knees. Bring the hands under shoulders, spreading the fingers wide, knees under hips. With the inhalation, lift up your chest and look ahead, keeping neck long. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, round your back, chin into chest, stretch the neck, the upper spine. As you breathe in, chest lifts, chin lifts a bit. Breathing out, round the back. Notice the movement of the shoulder blades. Inhale long, filling up, and hold your breath in. And then breathe out, completely getting empty, hold the breath out. Let's inhale for 4, lift the chest, 3, 2, 1, hold the breath for 2, 1, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold out, 2, 1, lift for 1, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 2, 1, breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 2, 1, breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold out for 2, 1, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, retain 2 seconds and exhale fully all the air out, observing that pause at the bottom, the retention of the air out, kumbhaka. And then pause in neutral. Bring your knees a little closer together, extend your right leg back parallel to floor just for a moment. Keeping your hips equally high, bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, catching the ankle, send the right outer hip back, the outer shoulder back. Send the foot away from the hip, notice a nice back bend, opening the front of the hip once again, quad muscles stretching as you press your foot back, chest forward. One more breath here. Neck stays long and breath easy. Then extending the right leg back once again, left arm by the head for 1 breath. Lower down, hand and knee. Other side, left leg extends back just for a moment. Keep your hips evenly high as you bend your left knee. Reach with your right hand to grab your ankle. Left outer shoulder stays rolling back. Move your foot away from the pelvis as you look ahead. Neck is long and breath is unchanged. So allow your inhalations to be full. A little pause at the top. And the exhalations, slow, complete, little pause at the bottom. And then we'll re-straighten the left leg. Right arm by the head, 1 breath. Lower down, hand and knee. This time, extend your right leg back, but keep your toes on the floor. Move your left foot to the left, outside the mat, and then turn your whole body to the right, reaching your right arm skyward, and then overhead for a nice side body stretch. Press into your right foot, soften the shoulders, and move your right arm in circles. You can bend the elbow as much as you like and take good care of your neck. So looking to a place that feels right. It could be down at the floor, to the right, or up to sky. Maintain that fullness in your low back so that your hips are not collapsing back and you're not jamming or putting too much pressure in the low back. Let's pause, reaching the arm overhead here. Enjoy the side stretch, press into the right foot and take one more breath, side bending. And then gazing down, lower hand, lower knee and reset. 2 rounds of cat and cow between those two sides. Inhale, lift the chest, arc the spine. Exhale, contract the belly and round. This is helping neutralize the spine before we stretch the back on the second side. Exhale. Pause in center, extend the left leg back. Move your right foot outside the mat, behind you like a kickstand. Left arm reaches up and overhead. So right away, a gentle tuck of the tailbone can help find more freedom in the low back here. See if that helps you. And then move your left arm around in circles, freeing up the left shoulder girdle. There's a tendency to feel tight in the body at this time of month. I mentioned that. So observe your body releasing unnecessary tightness. Observe your movements, restoring the well-being, the harmony in your body. Cleansing, purifying. And we can pause in the side stretch again with the left arm reaching overhead, pressing the outer left heel down. Shoulder heads rotating backward. One more breath here. Looking down, lower hand, lower knee. Walk your hands ahead of the shoulders for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Curl the toes, hips up and back. Move the inner thighs backward and your chest towards your legs as you parallel the feet. Back of the pelvis nice and broad. No tension around the neck, shoulders, or face. With the next inhalation, glide forward into plank pose. Exhale, knees to floor, sit back into child's pose. Come forward onto your hands and knees, breathe in. Lower to the belly, breathe out, elbows into waist. Lift up into a little cobra, open the chest. Exhale, lower forehead again, curl the toes, push up onto knees or plank. Downward dog, exhale back. Right forward into plank, breathe in. Lower knees, sit back, balasana, child's pose, breathe out. Come forward onto your hands and knees. Lower to your belly, exhale. Lift as high as you like, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, right into downward dog this time. Inhale, forward plank. Knees down, sit back, child's pose, balasana. Inhale, forward onto the hands and knees. Bend the elbows towards waist, chest forward, lower all the way down. Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Once again, inhale forward into plank. Knees down, balasana, sit back onto the heels, exhaling. Inhale forward onto hands. Lower to belly, exhale. Lift the chest, inhale as high as you like, neck long. Adho Mukha Svanasana, exhale. Stay here as you breathe in. Send the inner legs back as you breathe out. Feel free to move your hips side to side as you please. Let your body guide you. Trust it. Honor it. Pause in center and move your hands back towards your feet. With the knees bending in line with the ankles. We're rolling up the spine, slowly coming to stand. Shoulders up, back and down. Hands together at heart. Finding Tadasana with the feet and legs, toes spread wide, mountain pose. Knees centered with the ankle bones. Lift the sternum bone into your thumbs. Connect to your heartbeat as you center yourself here. Crown lengthening skyward, soften face, and be really present with your body. Then open your eyes, finding a point of focus to balance. Lift your heels off the floor. Maintain your gaze soft. And then interlace your fingers and press your palms skyward, palm facing up. Extend the arms as much as you can. Take another deep breath in. Stay as you exhale, bending the elbows out, soften the shoulders. Once again, inhale, press the palms up, big toes pressing down. Exhale, bend the elbows sideways. Extend the arms, breathing in. Open the arms wide, breathe out, lower your heels to floor, and interlace your hands behind your hips. Extend the arms back, lift your chest up. Stay as you exhale, chin slightly into chest. Take a second breath here into the heart space and Hatha Chakra. And on the exhale, hinge at the hips forward and fold down, bending the knees. Let your belly rest on your legs, top of the head towards floor, arms overhead. Connect to your breath. Finishing the exhalation, reach your chest forward and come all the way up. Release your hands. With the inhale, circle arms all the way up. Fold over your legs, uttanasana. Exhale, bow. Step the right foot back into lunge, knee to floor, anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Raise the arms overhead. Soften the shoulders as you exhale. Bend your right elbow, tuck it in for gomukhasana, the arms off the cow face. And then you can reach your left arm out if you like to bind, interlacing hands behind the upper back. Soften the shoulders as you send your head gently back into your right arm, opening the front of the body. So from the right knee all the way up into the right arm. Maintain the hip bones equally high up off the floor, left outer hip towards the floor. Waist long, also on the left side, no jamming. Take one more breath here. Exhale fully. Raise both arms up, inhale. Both hands down, exhale. Walk your hands back. You may want to use blocks under your hands. Extending the front leg, lift up your toes. Hands under shoulders, hips in the same line, the hip bones. Inhale, reach your chest towards left ankle. And fold over that left leg as you exhale. To deepen the stretch, you can reach with your right hand over the foot, grab the outer edge and draw it back. Encourage the outer left hip to move back. And pay attention to your breathing. Soften face. One more breath here. Bending the front knee again. Hands with blocks or without, under your shoulders. Extend the back leg, curl the right toes, knee up. Keep the front knee bent, left hand to hip, look over your left shoulder for a twist. Left arm can extend up. Again, shoulder heads back. Keep bending the front knee deeply. Lengthen the waist on the left side. Notice if the back heel is collapsing in or out, and keep it up in line with your toes. One more breath. Lower this hand down. Lower the right knee. Step left knee back and right foot forward. Other side. Crescent lunge, anjaneyasana, arms lift. Soften the shoulders. Enjoy the openness for the front of the body, left hip opening. Bend the right elbow, gomukhasana arms. Left arm could reach out and under for the bind. Oh, sorry, it's the left arm now. Bending the left elbow and right arm out and down. Send the head back into the arm. Contain the floating ribs. Soften the shoulders. Inviting clarity. Honor intuition. That higher mind that knows what is truth. Ability for discernment. Vijnana Maya Kosha. The wisdom we are for being. When we are vulnerable, the walls are down and we're more likely to connect to our deep powers, intuition. We know. Extend the arms up, breathe in. Lower the hands down, breathe out. Walk the hands back, extend the front leg, lift the toes. Adjust yourself, sliding the heel as needed, forward or back, so your hip bones are in the same line. Inhale, chest towards right ankle. Soften, exhale, relax the neck and the shoulders. Keep the shoulder blades close together down the back so you're not collapsing through the chest. And observe your breath. Reaching with the left hand if you like to deepen the stretch. Keep sending the outer right hip back. And as we bend the front knee, we walk the hands underneath shoulders with blocks maybe. Curl the left toes to extend the left knee. Right hand to hip, open chest, right arm up. Shoulder heads back. Long waist, open heart. One more deep breath in. Breathe out, hand to floor. Take the blocks aside. Left knee down, right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Lower halfway or all the way to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Full inhale. Slow exhale. Lift up the heels, breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, flat back, inhale. Fold over, exhale, bend your knees, roll up your spine, circle arms, inhale high. Exhale, namaskar. Right foot steps back. Trikonasana, inhale, arms lift, shoulder height. Exhale, reach forward with the left hand, lengthen through the waist, left arm down, right arm up. Gaze up if that's all right on your neck. If it bothers your neck, you can always choose a different gaze, anywhere between your left big toe and your right hand thumb. Neck long. Energize the whole body. One more breath. Energize your hands with so many little chakras. Exhale, look at the left foot, from the legs, and come on up. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, lower the hands. Pivot the toes to the other side. Inhale, arms lift, shoulder height. Exhale, right hand away. Lower down the arm, left arm up. With a long under waist. The top one is easy to lengthen, right? But we want to find also space in the under waist here in Trikonasana. So draw the outer right hip away from your armpit. Stay strong. Feel the heat of purification, of transformation. One more breath. Gaze at the right foot from the legs, come on up. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, lower the arms, feet parallel for a moment. And then bring your heels inwards, open your arms out. Goddess. Starting with Hatha Asana, the star pose. Deep breath in. On the exhale, bend the elbows and the knees. And then stay here. External rotation in the thigh bones to encourage the knees to stay above the ankles. The inside of the knee joints are quite sensitive. The weakest part of the knee joint is the inside. So you don't want to put a lot of pressure there. So maintain this outer rotation, okay? And then tone in the low belly, let the hips be low. Keep your arms bent. Spread the fingers, shining light through your hands, activating your Hatha chakras. Tailbone down towards the floor, crown of the head up, strengthen your legs. Stay here just for one more breath, maybe exhaling a little lower. Inhale, extend everything. Interlace hands behind your hips, opposite from what you did before. Parallel your feet, inhale, lift the chest, shoulder blades close to each other. You can stay up or hinge at the hips to fold. Top of the head down, reach the arms up, overhead. Keep your hips between your heels without sending them too far back or forward. Last breath here. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Walk your feet a little closer together. Bend your knees for malasana. Lift the heart, hands together at the heart center. As a modification, you could always place a block under your pelvis to relieve pressure from your knee joints or ankle joints. Breathing smooth. Feel the cleansing, the purification that is happening, not only physically, releasing tight muscles, but also energetically. We're cleansing nadis, channels of energy through which prana flows. So we feel more vibrant, more alive. Take one more breath. And slowly sitting down, take your time, sit on the floor. Extend the legs forward just for a moment. And then bend your right knee. Cross your right leg over the left and try to bring your knees close together. And then if you can, bend the bottom leg as well. So we did Gomukhasana arms before, and now we're doing the legs, which is a great hip opener. So your heels can be close to your hips. If you have the ability to go deeper into the stretch, you can separate the feet a little wider. And of course, to release pressure from knees, you can sit on a block. So just taking a moment here to settle in. We're adding a little twist for the upper spine. So from here, bring your right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee, or on the outside of the leg, you choose. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, look above your right shoulder. Stay grounded through your pelvis, long, reaching crown energetically skyward. And you can stay right here with the legs together, or you can point your right knee up and slide your left hand to the outside of your foot. Grab the outside of the foot and then extend your right leg forward as best you can without lifting the right hip up. Keep your right hip down, open chest, and then reach back with your right hand, palm facing up. I'll show you from the side what I mean. This is it. You can take a mudra with your right hand, joining index finger and thumb lightly together for Jnana Mudra, wisdom gesture. Take a few breaths here. Wherever you are, whichever form you chose, your own expression of the asana, the one that feels appropriate for you. And then lift the right arm up, look forward, and let's all hold the foot like so. So left hand on the outside of the foot, right hand on the inside, crossing the forearms. And then lift your chest and extend the leg as much as you can, keeping the right hip down. Don't let the neck disappear. So it's better to bend the knee a bit than to hunch and shorten the neck. Just one more breath. Lovely. Bend the knee and we straighten the legs forward. Between the two sides, open the legs as wide as you like, as wide as you can. Your hands behind you, inhale, lift chest. Exhale, chest forward. You can maintain the hands back, you can bring them forward. You can have blocks under your forearms. Find what works for you. Press the inner heels back out and tune into your breath. Again, awareness to the cycle of breath, beginning from emptiness, filling up, taking in all the nourishment that you need, all the vitality of the prana. To exhale anything that is no longer needed. So see, this process happens naturally and there's nothing to force. When I say take in what you need, it naturally happens. You naturally take in what you need. Just be aware of it. And then when you exhale, it naturally helps you release the things that are no longer meant to stay. So you can just have the intention and the awareness of what's happening, making it even more powerful. A nice mantra to work with is, I breathe in, nourishing myself. I breathe out, cleansing myself. I breathe in, nourishing myself. I breathe out, cleansing myself. And now, coming back to an upright spine, blocks aside if you have them. Join your legs together, bending the left knee now, crossing the left knee over the right on top, stacking them, bending the bottom leg if you can. Remember, you can sit on a block to take a little pressure off your knee joints and to make it easier on the hips, of course. So we start just settling in here, Gomukasana. Maybe a soft smile in recognition for this time that you're carving out of your day to be with yourself, to establish a sense of well-being. And then your left hand can come behind, your right hand can stay on your knee or on the outside, palm facing away. You can straighten the arm if you want. Not a lot of pressure on the left hand. Really centered here. Pelvis, keeping us anchored, rooted. And skull, keeping us long as it energetically moves up. Crown moving upward. So you can stay right here, or you can point your left knee up, slide your right hand to the outside of the foot, extending the leg forward as you reach your left arm back, palm facing up. Remember to not let the left hip lift, and bend your knee as much as necessary to not overdo anything. Easeful breaths. One more here. Lift the left arm up, and everybody can bend the knee and grab the foot just in front of the chest. So right hand on the outside, left hand on the inside, and then you straighten the leg as much as you can. Keep the shoulders low, the neck long. And slowly bending that knee. We extend the legs in this wide shape. Hands behind you, inhale, lift chest. Exhale, chest forward. We won't stay as long this time. Hands can stay back or come forward just for a couple breaths. And then lift the chest again, upright. And bring the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. Here, you can hold on to the ankles, you can have your hands behind you, or you can use your hands to open your feet like a book. So the thumbs press against the balls of the feet, and it's like you're reading the soles of your feet. Take a breath in and out, relaxing the legs, softening the groin. You can stay still or you can move your knees up and down. Bound angle pose. And then we're leaning forward with the chest, and you can have your forearms or elbows press gently into your legs, encouraging them to move towards the floor without forcing. Sometimes it's nice to take a sigh. Allow yourself to do that. Almost done. We're lying down next. Finishing exhaling completely. And then lift the torso upright and place your feet a little wider than your hips on the floor, knees pointing up. Just before we go down, bring your hands behind you. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, knees to one side. Up as you breathe in, down as you breathe out. So move at your own pace, unrushed. I like to keep the ankles flexed, feet flexed in a dorsiflexion. I find it helps to maintain the alignment of the ankles and knees in place as I move like this. And finishing up, let's lie down. So coming onto the back once again, and this time you can have a blanket under your head or a pillow to support the curve in the cervical spine. Hugging the knees. Sigh as you like. Never underestimate the power of a good sigh to really help you release and soften. Stay in this hug just a little longer. And the last thing we're going to do in our personal moon practice is a half moon to both sides. So bring your feet to the floor, pausing just for a moment here, sacrum heavy. And then extend both legs down. Cross your right ankle on top of the left. And then hold on to your right wrist and lean over to the left. So you're stretching the right side of the body. Maybe this is more like a new moon as opposed to a half moon. But the idea is just to honor the two sides, the two halves of the body. masculine and feminine. Right side corresponds to the solar energy. Pingala Nadi ends at the right nostril. So just taking a moment here, connecting to solar power, Surya, heating, active, manifester. And then come back to center, uncross your feet, and cross your right ankle over as you hold, left ankle over as you hold onto your left wrist and side bend. Relax the shoulders. This can be quite passive, you don't need to force much. Just feel the opening as you connect to the left side of the body corresponding to Chandra energy, lunar energy, feminine energy that is more receptive, that helps us soften, calm down, release what we have to release. Feminine energy, which is creative, when we are in that open, vulnerable place. We have freedom to create, to imagine, and anything that we can imagine, we can then manifest. So, in the Hatha Yoga practice, we're harmonizing Ha and Ta, sun and moon. Come back to center and cross your feet and cross your arms and hugging the knees once again. The two sides of the body have been open and cleansed. Those two energies are active in our system now. Separate the knees wide for happy baby, Ananda Balasana, soles up, grab the outer edges of the feet. You can stay still or move around as you like. Trust your body, it knows exactly what it needs. You can move your legs, extend them one at a time, both together. And when you feel complete, bring your feet down and prepare for a nice, restful Shavasana. So I highly recommend placing something under your knees. It can be a bolster, pillows, blocks even under your legs, whatever you have handy. And then getting warm and cozy with socks, sweaters, blankets, eye pillows, everything that you know helps you relax the body. Adjust shoulder blades down the back, the palms facing up, neck is long, and observe your body as it rests. We've moved, we've cleansed, we've unblocked, and now we trust. We trust the body's wisdom, its power to restore, to replenish, to heal. A lot of it happens in the rest. Without having to do anything, you can remain quiet in the comfort of your inner space, just observing any sensations that come up without needing to react, observing the process of the body to soften each time you exhale, without forcing the exhalations, watch them happening and how they affect the physical body and the energetic body. Let your mind be at ease, completely immersed in this moment. Feet relax, all the toes relax, soles, heels, arches, outer edges, tops of feet, ankles, shins and calves, knees, thighs, hips, both legs relax, pelvis, the pelvic floor, all the reproductive organs, let them be at ease. Let your abdominal area relax, the rib cage, the chest, the hearts and the lungs. Upper back relaxes, middle back, lower back, waist, armpits, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms and wrists, the hands, all the fingers, palms, back of the hands, both hands, both arms relaxed, throat, neck, chin, the whole mouth, lips, the gum, tongue, jaw, cheeks, ears, temples, eyes, center of the eyebrows, forehead, crown. The brain relaxes, promoting healing. Surrender completely to the higher wisdom, to a higher power. Let yourself be taken care of just for now. Know that there is a higher intelligence watching out for you, that you're never alone. And in this state of openness and relaxation, allow any boundaries or ideas of separation to dissolve. Allowing for the experience of oneness. Soften. Surrender. If you have time to continue resting longer, give yourself that gift of relaxation. If you need to wrap up the practice, begin moving your fingers and your toes, ankles and wrists, stretching out in your own way. And then hugging the knees. Roll over onto one side in a fetal position, acknowledging that you are now leaving behind anything that you're not carrying forward into the new cycle. Releasing anything that is ready to be released. Lifting up to find a comfortable position to sit. Hands together at heart. A moment to observe how you feel without any preconceived ideas. Really honoring this moment for what it is. Honoring your personal moon cycle. Grateful for all the lessons from this cycle that is coming to an end. All the learning, all the growth. We'll close by chanting the sound of Om one time together. Deep breath in. Om. Namaste.